heard old Marshall Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of running away? Settling down.
Would you marry me?
If I asked you twice.
I begged you.
Pretty.
Please.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm quick with that one, man.
Wow.
Don't come at me with Toby Keith songs because apparently that makes up like 75% of my brain.
Yeah.
And I had no idea.
We'll wreck you. All right, in the Toby Keith karaoke contest.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do that. Actually, this is what I want. Cause your birthday is coming up real soon.
Yeah.
27th, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And but my birthday is coming up 2 months after that.
It's gonna be a.
And this is what I want. I want us to get together and have a Toby Keith karaoke night. That's what I want.
We can make that happen.
That's what I want. So spread the word.
We can make that happen.
Speaking of the word is the bird. And hello and welcome to Nova Talks.
I'm done.
Matt, come back. He actually, he left. He closed it. No, he's back. Did you not like that?
I thought about leaving for good. I thought about it.
I think it's my best one yet.
That's one way of looking at it.
Yeah, it's my best one yet.
Okay.
That's the way I'm seeing
right.
it in my head, anyways.
Okay.
That's the peak.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
It's all downhill from here.
Anything else that's good can only match what I just did. It can't top it.
No,
It
it's
can't
all
top it.
downhill.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. Once you turn 27, it's all downhill after that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the rest of my life being worse than the first part.
Right, because we're turning 27.
And it wasn't that good, so...
oh, come on, it was great.
Woo!
We had some great times.
Yeah.
Remember that one time?
Yeah.
Man, it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
We ate that ice cream.
Man.
We didn't. We
Yeah.
haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
We need to... you know what? That's something I do want to talk about today.
Actually, you know what? I did eat that ice cream.
You did, but you didn't eat the ice cream in the
It
parlor.
wasn't there.
Now that's
It
a whole
wasn't
that's a whole different. Okay, so long story short, Dixon, our podunk town, got an ice cream parlor in downtown Dixon.
A handmade ice cream parlor.
Right, no,
and everybody's freaking out.
Everyone's freaking out
because it's awesome.
I mean, it's brand new, so new things in Dixon. People are like, I have to go.
Yeah.
But
it's hype for like 4 months.
Yeah, and then it dies down.
Yeah.
But I think that'll
unless you're Good Wings.
Unless you're Good Wings.
And then you're hype for
forever. Every day it's wrapped around the building. If you're a Dixonite, you know about Good Wings because
even if you're not, you probably know.
It's good. I keep reaching for this water, and I haven't taken a sip yet.
Well, now you are. Look at you, drinking like a fish.
You got that right. I haven't been drinking my gallon the past couple of days.
Yeah.
And I can tell, mostly because I just haven't had the time to go buy more water.
Yeah. Is it like really cutting down on your bathroom time?
Actually, yeah, it is.
Yeah. I would imagine so.
It really is. But I think it's probably good to take a couple days break from it.
Yeah, a small break.
Yeah. So I'll hop back. I might go buy it.
Otherwise, you might start holding that water weight.
Right. You don't want that.
No.
You don't want that.
All right, Mama's got to look good for her. Got to get that summer body out.
You talking about me?
Yeah.
You calling me mama?
Yeah.
Am I a hot mama? Am I a pretty girl? I'll take that as a yes. You don't have to tell me. Your eyes say it all.
And I'm stepping into the twilight. Anyways,
but no. Speaking of Dixon, I do want to talk about something that happened in Dixon recently, and that is the Roxy Theater in Dixon, Tennessee. Now we all know Dixon's well known for its pothole
and its weed status.
Right.
Legendary drug game.
But now we've achieved meme status.
Yeah.
We
have officially made it as a town.
Yes, we're on the map, and it kind of happened with the pothole thing.
Sort of.
But not to the level of intensity that is what happened at the Roxy Theater the past week.
Nothing can surpass the power of memes.
Yeah. So I saw the meme a couple days ago, and it was talking about this is what it's like to be in the Bible Belt small town of USA.
Yes.
And would you like to describe what the sign said?
So, as you know, the theater marquee shall have a listing of all the movies that happen to be playing at the time. And as we mentioned last week, actually,
Yeah, we talked about
there was a new movie
Yeah.
that was out on the scene, Hellboy.
Yeah.
And Roxy decided, you know what? We don't like cursing. Now, I think part of this is because they share the driveway with the elementary school, so that could have
Yeah.
had something to do with
Yeah.
it. So they decided to change.
That's what they're saying, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think that's true. I think
Yeah.
somebody was just like, ew, no.
Yeah.
So the Roxy decided, Hellboy is too edgy. It's not. That's not nice for the community. We're gonna call it Heckboy.
Right.
They might as well have put the I on the end because that's what everyone did anyway.
Yeah, and it blew up.
Like an
It was everywhere.
atomic bomb.
It was like on the homepage of Reddit.
Yes.
It was that.
There is a gigantic Reddit post
Yeah.
dedicated to this sign.
To Heckboy.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
There's a Tosh.0 post.
Yes, Tosh.0. Tosh put it on his page, and if it makes it there, it's
My goodness.
it's number one.
That's like, what more do we want?
I mean,
Like, if PewDiePie puts this on Meme Review,
what?
that's the end,
what
dude.
if-
That is the end goal.
What if this gets on?
I'd
Meme
cry.
Review?
I would cry tears of joy from my little small town.
I wouldn't put it past it. I would not put it
I
past
feel
it.
like it might. It's maybe a long shot.
I'm
but
a
I think it might get there.
little excited about it now because
Yeah?
like I think it could because it's become that big of a thing.
Yeah.
So I think it might. That would be hilarious if it did.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be great for the ice cream parlor downtown.
Yeah.
Really bringing the business.
Exactly.
So where are you guys from? Oh, we're from Oklahoma. Oh, what brought you down here? We wanted to see the Heckboy sign.
We had to see Heckboy.
And
Then we heard about this ice cream place.
yeah, we
So
you know,
good. And tasty?
No, for some reason, when you said so good, it reminded me of your mom talking about the cathedral burning down. I don't know why.
Because she said it was so good.
No, I just
That's not what she
it
said.
was just the inflection reminded me of
Yeah.
that accent.
So
you
good.
Put, accent you put on.
What are you doing?
That building's really burning. Yeah,
My goodness.
yeah. Because I listen back to these podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've listened to the last one at least 10 times.
Oh.
I'm joking.
He listens for me.
Yeah, just to hear your voice. That's the only reason I listen back. Not to hear myself stumble over every word and cringe whenever it happens. Because that doesn't happen whatsoever.
No.
No, not at all.
No. Never.
But yeah, Dixon's on the map. We're on the map. All because someone decided to spell Hellboy as Heckboy.
Yes.
And it's still there.
You know, all things considered, could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a whole lot
We could have been
worse.
known as the pothole town for forever.
Mm. And you know what? That wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't
Yeah.
be too bad.
Even that's not like. I mean, at least we weren't like some crazy school shooting town.
Right. That would be really bad.
Yeah.
That would be the worst. No, I was cuz I see the Heckboy post now like at least 2 to 3 times a day
It is
on my Facebook.
It is on the daily.
And of course I also follow the Roxy Theater on Facebook because that's whenever we go see a movie, that's where we go. That's the only theater in town. So I like the page on Facebook, and recently they posted something. And it was just a normal post talking about $5 movie night on Tuesday nights. Come and see us. And they were like, it was like every showing, every movie, $5. And then there was lots of comments underneath it. So I was like, I wonder.
Oh boy.
So I scrolled down, and the first comment was, "Even Heckboy?" No response from the Roxy movie theater.
From some guy who lives in like Arkansas or something.
Who just Wouldn't it be funny if the Roxy Facebook page
Just
like
shot up to like 5 million followers for no reason.
they're like not even aware of the Heckboy thing.
Yeah.
They're just like, why are we getting so many followers randomly? This
What's
is crazy.
happening? Dixon's a town of like 40,000. Why are all these people?
Is that the population of Dixon?
No, I think it's more than that now.
It's growing fast,
Honestly,
man.
I think it's closer to 70,000.
Wow.
To be. And that frightens me.
Yeah, same. Because traffic's already so bad.
Yeah.
And more people just means more traffic. And
Well, you've noticed that for the last 10, 15 years of our life, there has been constant road work.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Because they are preparing for more and more people.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
So here we are.
We're going to have to find a smaller town, Matt.
Yeah.
But all the surrounding ones aren't that great, so we can't go to those.
No. We have to find a smaller town that isn't riddled with methamphetamines.
Right. We're looking at you, Hickman County.
Ooh.
Yeah. Shout out to all those Hickman County listeners.
You guys know who you are.
I'm just kidding. They don't have internet at their house.
R.I.P.
Or front teeth. All right, so the next thing that I talk about.
Anyways.
So, also, on the subject of popular things that are happening in the media right now, this song.
Why?
That's all I have to say, right?
I
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Why don't you like it?
I
wanna. Okay, so the song is Old Town Road, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Lil Nas?
Lil Nas
X, and Business Up Front, Party in the Back.
Mr. Achy Breaky Heart himself. Indeed.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
If only 90s Billy Ray could see what 2019 Billy Ray is doing.
He is a totally different person.
He is a totally different person.
I actually saw him in person.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't somehow, because I have this like talent agent that sometimes gets me like extras in movies and things like that, and I got an opportunity to go to the CMA Music Awards. Did I tell you about this?
Yes.
Okay. And I was just like,
they're in the crowd.
Yeah, just there in the crowd. They
pretending to be hype because they
just need fillers.
Yeah.
To make it look like a party.
Because no one really goes to the CMAs to have fun.
Right. Which is actually kind of hilarious because the people in the seats for the CMA, I mean, they paid who knows how much money to be there. Yep. And then there's just like, I don't know, 100 people around the stage that literally just walked in off of the street for free only because they had an agent that said, yeah, you can go and just walk in and that's it.
Yep.
But I actually saw Billy Ray Cyrus there, in the crowd, and he had this ginormous cowboy hat on and what looked like a fake beard. I'm just saying.
Oh.
It didn't look real, okay?
Ooh.
So I don't know.
Maybe that was just the facial makeup around the beard.
That could
made
be
it
it.
Look false.
That could be it because he has this like whole different persona now than he did back in the 90s.
He's kind of like Hollywood cowboy now.
Yeah, in a way. And it's strange to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so strange.
Hannah Montana really affected him.
You got that right.
Which is something.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
Those were strange times for Billy Ray Cyrus. Basically forcing his daughter to become a massive star. And then that really messed her up.
Yeah. I think that was mostly her mom, though.
Oh, was it?
I think so.
I don't know the whole backstory of
I don't know. I don't pretend to keep up with all that.
You don't have to pretend because I know you don't.
Yeah.
But anyways, I would like to break this song down. And I want to figure out why it's become such a massive hit worldwide. Because literally every single person I have come in contact with for the past couple of weeks has just even briefly mentioned this song.
I will tell you exactly why.
Okay.
It is once again the power of memes.
That's it.
One in particular, the nobody format.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Nobody followed by Billy Ray Cyrus. I'm a rapper now. I got the horses in the back. And people are like, oh my God, I have to listen to this.
Yeah.
Just so I can say I listened to Billy Ray rapping.
And he hasn't really done anything.
No, he
in a long
hasn't
time.
performed music in
It's been a
years.
while. I think he might have come out with an album somewhat recently, but no one's talked about it because no one cares.
Yeah.
He had the fame he's only stayed relevant because of Miley.
Yeah.
So I mean, like he hasn't really done anything. He's just been there because he was so huge in the '90s. People still think about him because he is who he is, but he hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
So this is his first like introduction back into being popular again.
And what a reintroduction it is.
What a strange reintroduction it is.
I just want to, of all the washed-up country stars out there, or even, you know what, not even has to be an old country star, even of the current ones, because that I hate calling it rap because it's like very not good rap.
You mean this song?
Like in current country, the Florida
gotcha.
Georgia Line style stuff.
It's not rap.
It's like, very detestable and it makes me want to puke.
Right.
Kind of country rap. There's a lot of that out there.
Yeah.
Could have picked any of them that are like.
We're looking at you, Jason Aldean.
Yeah, that are like current famous.
Yeah.
Could have picked any of them.
Yeah.
He said no. Billy Ray.
I mean,
that's who I wanted.
Honestly, though,
and probably that was the smartest move he could have made.
The smartest move he could have made.
This guy is like, I think he's from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, Atlanta, that's a city that knows how to hustle.
You got that right.
So, he's making business moves out there. I will give him that. He knew what the market wanted, apparently.
I guess that, or he just got really lucky.
Yeah. Probably a little bit of both.
I don't know how those two actually got together to create this song.
Nor do I.
That I would like to know.
Yeah.
I want to know how they even.
When someone gave Billy Ray a ring, said, "Hey, we got a song we want you to do. It's a country tune." He said, "Man, it's been a long time since I've been in the game, but I'm ready to get back in there." I said, "Here's the catch, though. You're going to have to rap some." And he pulled up them Levi's jeans and put the hitch in his giddy up and said, "All right, let's do it."
I'm ready. I got the horses in the back. You know what? I don't hate the song. I don't hate it. I know you don't like the song.
I do not like
but
the song.
it is catchy. It is a catchy tune.
I can't say that.
I
don't think it's like catchy in the traditional sense of the word catchy. As
no.
in, it's not like an earworm type thing that it's like genuinely, it's targeted to get in your head like that. I think it's just catchy because of how outlandish it is.
It is. Well, I don't know. The chorus does have a nice hook to it, but I mean, I think what's also charming about it is because everyone knows Billy Ray Cyrus. Not a whole lot of people knew who this guy was.
Yeah.
But he's like I've watched interviews of him, and he's just this like normal, likable person. But it's also kind of like comedy rap in a way.
Yeah. It's very close.
Yeah, which
it's hard to tell if it was intended to be that.
It's like is he being serious or was this intentional? And I think it's a little bit of both.
It is. The whole song feels very tongue in cheek.
Yeah, which is smart because a lot of rappers right now are really trying to just like be serious.
Yeah, they're taking themselves extremely
seriously. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air to people, I think. Which
it's true.
That's cool. So I think it's cool in that way. But I mean, this might be the only thing we ever hear from this guy. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know what kind of. I don't know if it's gonna bring a following to this.
The thing I
artist.
think that is more interesting about the song to me, personally, is how controversial it is in the industry world.
Okay.
Because, like, is it a country song? Is it not a country song? That's the question that radio stations and charts have been asking, because they've been like, they've pulled this from like country radio because they think it's a farce.
Was it on country radio?
Yes.
I didn't
It
even-
was on
I didn't
country
even know
charts
that.
too, and then they pulled it from country charts because it's not a country song. There's a lot of talk about discrimination in the country industry because this is, a fresh young black singer
Right.
singing country,
Right.
and now it had a huge hit, and suddenly they're like, but it's kind of making fun of country. We don't like that,
What?
so we're pushing it out.
Do you think that's what they were thinking?
I honestly think
They think it's
they're-
making fun of country.
they're a little bit jaded by it.
See, the thing is, a lot. I mean, looking at you, Florida Georgia line. All of their music is basically making fun of country music, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Like it's so odd because if you just listen to it, you would think, yeah, that's just comedy country,
Yeah.
comedy country rap, but they take it seriously.
They take it.
They think it's literal to
Yeah.
them,
Yeah. Because there's this
Because it's-
cookie cutter format,
Yeah.
and they're using it.
and it sounds so dumb
Yeah.
to anyone on the outside. They're like, man, country music is terrible.
Yeah.
But then people inside of it are like, man, this is awesome. This is what we want the genre to be.
And it's talking about all the things that I love that I
Yeah.
heard in the other 20 songs that I just listened to on
Yeah.
the radio.
See, but then this guy's come in and has pushed the envelope just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh no, that's too far."
See, I don't know.
So now it's kind of shaking things up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I find interesting about it.
It kind of reminds me of did you know who Cletus T. Judd was?
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of. Kind of. I mean, he
I
took
can
it.
smell your breath.
Yeah,
It's killing me.
He took it to the extreme. He was basically the Weird Al of the country scene. But
Yeah.
well, Weird Al kind of covered everything.
Yeah.
But he
was
strictly-
exclusively country,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So that's kind of what this is, a little bit, because even though Cletus T. Judd was doing comedy, he actually sang pretty well.
Yeah.
So I mean, it wasn't just a shtick. He was also pretty talented. So I mean, I think it's kind of the same boat with this guy. Yeah, it's comedy, but it's also like, I don't know. I think
Like
he has talent
his
too.
stylistic choices are on point for what he's trying
for,
to do.
for and especially for that song.
Yeah.
And I actually, whenever we had that rehearsal, which we can talk about too, the people we rehearsed with were into the song, and then we heard a couple of the other songs that the guy had done, and it's just like, just good rap music.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
He's pretty all over the map too.
Yeah. Which it also kind of reminds me of that. What's the girl's name? The cow song. What's her name?
Doja Cat.
Yes. So that song. If you haven't heard the song,
Please.
just go look it up.
Please listen to it.
But
it's called Moo.
yeah, it's called Moo. Look it up. I don't think it was originally called that. I think she had to change it.
You're probably right.
But for like radio reasons.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say now? I forgot. I started thinking about the music video and I got distracted.
Man.
Oh, okay. So
Greatest music video of our time. I swear.
you got the probably the best use of a green screen I think I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
entire life.
Just brilliant.
Yeah. Well, not. Yeah. Just watch it. You'll find out. But because I first saw that music video and heard the song on Twitter, and I think it started kind of growing popularity because it was so outrageous. But I think she knew that. She knew it was so crazy. She's like, people are gonna love this and think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then once they hear that and love it and learn about me, they'll listen to other music.
Yeah.
And they did. That's what happened.
Yeah. She's got good voice.
Yeah.
She's got pipes. She writes interesting songs.
Yeah.
I think I watched an interview with her, and she said like the entire reason she wrote the song is because she was wearing that thing in the video, the like cow print,
Yeah.
whatever it was, dress or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She was like,
You could call it a dress.
yeah, it was more like a teddy or something
Yeah.
like that. But she was like, I have to write a cow song now, just because of this,
And then she did. And it was a smart move.
and it was brilliant, and I love it.
And that's kind of what I see with this song with Billy Ray Cyrus. I feel like that's gonna kind of happen for Lil Nas X as well. Which is a good idea. I mean, that's the world we live in now.
Yeah,
That's the world we live in. You can't come out. I mean, sometimes it happens, but you have to be crazy. You have to be so outrageous because it's so hard to grab people's attention these days.
Outrageous, but not too outrageous.
Not too.
It's a weird. It's kind of a weird hit and miss thing.
You have to find that line.
Yeah, there's a lot of really weird stuff out there, but it has to be. It has to be just strange enough to catch eye, but it also has to be, appealing enough to get mass attraction.
Yeah.
Which is a very narrow target, shall we say?
Yeah. You can't be so crazy that you're going to turn people away.
Yeah. You pretty much have to get very lucky.
Yeah.
If that's like the goal that you're going for is to make your meme video blow up.
Yeah, no, yeah, totally, and it's worked for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just to name a few, Lady Gaga, and that was before the meme craze, right?
Yes.
But she was basically just trying to be shocking, and it worked. Billie Eilish, she's kind of rolling on the meme train too, but also being creepy, and she's gotten famous. So I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe we should start wearing meat dresses, Matt. What do you think about that?
You know what? That sounds dirty.
Sounds a little greasy.
That's not what I meant, but...
No?
Herk. Anyways.
So speaking of that rehearsal, let's talk about that rehearsal for a second, shall we?
Yeah, that rehearsal was an eye-opening experience for me.
It was for me too, actually. So, backstory: we got invited to basically be a backing band for a rap artist called Seti Mac from Clarksville.
This is May 3rd?
It's May, yeah. The date of the show is at Wicked Good Sandwiches in Clarksville, May 3rd. I don't know what the times are, but there's 4 bands.
I think it's like, it starts, I just saw it earlier today. I think it starts at like 8-ish.
Okay, well, there's 4 bands, and he's
$5 cover charge. It's cheap.
$5. Come out. They also have great, if for nothing else, if you love sandwiches, that's the place to go.
Go to it because
it's so
oh my
good.
Goodness, I have never had a sandwich from there that I did not like.
Amazing. Jimmy John's,
Forget
it's
it.
great, but forget about it. Wicked Good Sandwiches has him beat.
It's fresh
by a mile.
Right there. Hot sandwiches. Very good.
I recommend the Italian. Very tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Also, their egg rolls are amazing. I don't know if you tried
those
or
egg
not,
rolls.
but they're really good. But no, you tell me, because we had rehearsal Monday night, and it's kind of it's out of our
it's very out of our wheelhouse.
It's out of our wheelhouse, but I think that's good. That's
Yes.
a good thing.
It's been not necessarily like challenging, as in it's difficult to do, but it's more engaging.
Yeah, we really have, because it's not like playing rock. It's different. You have to think about the bass line or the guitar riff in a whole different way.
Yeah,
because it has to match.
It's less of a the whole point of rap is that the lyrics drive the song.
Yeah,
that's your focal point.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing is more filling in to push that, and it's more about creating the moment in which the lyrics exist.
Yeah. And it's all about syncopation.
Yeah.
All about syncopation. I mean, that's what rap is, anyways.
Yeah.
Breaking up the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
But for me, because I'm already having to listen to the bass drum to think of a bass line. But for rap music, I really have to think about what the bass drum is doing, because that is 100% driving the song.
Yeah.
That's like the number one thing on the backing track.
In all these recorded tracks, like I highly doubt any like actual instruments were played.
No,
aside from like keys and stuff.
Like
it
a
was
synth,
all,
but it was all created.
Digitally mastered and whatnot. So there's a lot of stuff that you can write in a program to play that then people trying to learn it are like, this is borderline impossible.
Yeah, especially for guitarists.
Yeah,
because a lot of it's on keys, and keys and guitars are not the same thing.
Yeah, they don't translate well all the time.
Especially chords, you can't really create the same chord.
You can create chords, but they will sound different because the voicing is going to be different.
Right, exactly.
So and especially using because you can synthesize any kind of effect on a recording program.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of our major challenges: is how in the world do we recreate this effect or get in the ballpark to do this live as it would be on the track.
And it's some of it was impossible.
Yeah, some of it is just actually you just can't do it because you're not playing a synthesizer.
Right.
You would have to have keyboards for that.
Even Seti was like, because we were like, what is this noise that's happening? Because there's one song, the first half of the song is nothing but like a synth organ sound, and we were like, how did they create this sound? And he was like, oh well, they played the synth, but then they took that and reversed it.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, we can't do that.
Yeah. It's like a synth and then reversed, and then it has a phaser on it, and it's also got like a harmonizer.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
Yeah.
More than we can feasibly do, but we figured out a way to make it work.
We figured it out, and it's going to be really freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Really, it's going to be a whole different experience, even for whenever we played with Rufus. It's going to be totally different from that, because even whenever we played with Rufus, we were still kind of more in the foreground.
Yeah.
But for this show, I mean, it's...
Well, Rufus is not... I wouldn't even consider Rufus a rapper. I don't think Rufus would consider himself a rap artist.
No, Rufus is definitely more like R&B. I mean, he does rap. Oh, speaking of Rufus, he's coming on the podcast next week. We're gonna have Rufus Dawkins next week. It's gonna be great.
He's playing the show with us, as well as Ivan Ayala, also known as Ivy.
Check out his stuff.
Check him out.
We'll plug that again later, but I just wanted to throw it out now in case I forgot about it later.
Yes.
But no, I don't think he would. He does rap some, but mostly it's like it's.
But he still writes things guitar oriented.
Yes.
Because that's what he plays.
Exactly.
But
he
just has a little more soul and funk behind it.
Right, which fits what he does. But for Seti, I mean, he does do some singing, but it's mostly just rap.
Yeah.
So for whenever we were playing with Rufus, like I said, we were kind of more in the forefront. But for this, I mean, we're gonna be.
It's backed up.
Yeah, it's gonna be him, and all the focus is on him.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be a cool experience because we really get to focus more on what we're doing rather than what we do in Stray Nova.
Yeah.
Which is we have like 10,000 things we're thinking about on stage all at once.
I'm trying to play your parts correctly, but also perform.
Yeah.
As an individual.
Yeah, and then singing on top of that.
Yeah.
But for this, I mean, we're just thinking about our instruments, which is gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, of course we're gonna be performing as well.
Yeah.
But we can't perform like we would in Stray Nova because
it's less focus about. I want this part to really stand out.
Right.
It's more about get the parts right and look like you're having fun while you're doing it.
Right, but don't take away from Seti because the whole show is about him.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's why I'm excited about it because it's going to be a whole different world.
Yeah,
than
different genre, different
before.
Setup.
But we'll talk
playing
about it
with
more.
cool cats. It's a very odd lineup too, because
it is
obviously Seti's the front guy.
Yeah,
and then you have us, and then you got Rufus, and then you have Ivan, who's like super pop punky.
Yeah.
It has his own flair.
It's a cool collaboration. Have you noticed in Ivan's drumming as well? There's like an element of metal every now and then.
Yes,
which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like in there a little bit. It kind of pops out a little bit. What I noticed when we were practicing, it like some of the things we were doing because not all the songs are like. Specifically what you would think of when you think of like a rap track.
Yeah, no, totally.
Some of it
has like that R&B feel to it.
Yeah, it's got different influences and kind of more. Some of it's more dance, some of it's more funk style.
Yeah,
some of it's even like some rock influence stuff.
Some well, and it's not like the tracks. The way we're gonna play them live, I mean, they're pretty different.
They are quite different.
Some songs, whenever we were playing them, I think it might have been Division. One of his songs. It almost felt like we were playing a Rage Against the Machine song.
Yeah,
which is awesome. It was really cool. But no, yeah, there definitely is some metal influences in Ivan's drumming, especially like right before. It almost sounds like he's about to do a breakdown.
Yeah.
Because he hits the ride bell one time,
Yes.
which is like what normally happens before a metal breakdown. These people have no idea what we're talking about.
Sits down, 4 China hits, and then just punching.
But no, it's cool. I'm really excited. And we'll talk about it more with Rufus next week because I'm sure he'll have his input as well.
He'll have some thought because they've done this with SETI before.
Yes, yeah. And,
which was a big help to us.
Absolutely.
Because
nobody was, I mean, we were blind, but Rufus and Ivan kind of knew what was going to happen. They
Yeah.
fell into it, and then we did our thing, and it meshed really well.
Yeah.
But no, Rufus and Ivan and SETI have known each other for a while.
Yeah.
Which is also a cool dynamic because we don't really see other people like us too often. And
No.
not like us because we've known each other since we were 3 or 4 years old,
Yeah.
and they haven't known each other that long. But seeing other people that are just really close,
Yeah.
it's a cool dynamic.
Musically close.
Yeah, musically close.
especially.
Yeah.
Because like we have friends and whatnot, but they don't all perform,
Right.
so it's different.
Yeah, it's a cool dynamic.
Yeah.
But I think it's good because there's no awkwardness. I think
Yeah.
it makes it because it's not just 5 people coming together that have never met each other before.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was cool. It was a cool experience. We're practicing again next week, and then the show is May
3rd.
3rd at
Do
Wicked Good
not
Sandwiches.
miss it.
Yeah.
From what I saw on the Facebook post, it's going to be a large event.
Yeah.
I think there were like 70 people said they were definitely going,
That's awesome.
and like 100 more people were thinking.
Well,
about it.
there's some.
And Wicked Good's not a big place, so
It's a
gonna be
pretty
packed
small
out.
place, but there are some like big Clarksville and Nashville names that are going to be there.
Yeah.
The Low Blow is going to be there, which is led by Patrick Long, the guy we did the sessions with a couple weeks ago. And then I'm not too familiar with the third act. I don't remember.
I can't remember the name. I
The
know
name-
Northeast to Freeze is
Northeast to
headlining.
Freeze is the headliner, and Northeast to Freeze is a pretty big name in Nashville too.
Yeah.
I guess that's just his name.
I think.
Because I went and saw them. I went and saw them and Whiskey Angel at Wicked Good several months back, and he puts on a crazy show. Did I tell you about his show?
I think you did.
He was like out in the crowd, just like messing with people. It was great. So I'm excited to be on this bill. It's gonna be fun. But anyways, enough about that.
Enough about the fun things we get to do.
No, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. So you I don't know why I sounded like Bill Cosby for a second.
You trying to push pudding pops on me?
I am. Yes. You know what? I love pudding pops.
Yeah.
They're delicious. Have you had one before?
Yeah,
They're great.
they are good
They're really, really good.
when they don't have drugs in them.
Yeah. Well,
Old joke is old. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It is finally time for me to take over the special segment. And it is, what in the world are you listening to?
Wow. Okay.
That is my special segment for
All right.
today. All right, for today, I say, for the foreseeable future anyway.
Right.
So what this segment is going to be is I and you are both going to glance over at the most recent things we have listened to on our phones, playlist, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And just give a little info about what we are listening to
All right.
right now.
Okay.
And any recommendations that we might have to give.
Okay.
So I'll go first.
All right. Yeah, you should go first because all mine are on my phone right there. That's
Yeah, I
recording.
know. It's on
That's
there.
recording the podcast.
But you know what you listened to
I do.
today.
I do.
All right, so the most recent thing I listened to, which I let you listen to some of in the car, was The Last DJ album by Tom Petty,
Yeah.
which was kind of a controversial-ish album when it came out.
Okay.
Because I'm sure, as you heard in the one song that I played for you, it's very targeted at the greed of the music industry.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, the first one, yeah, it was awesome.
It was,
and I had to because you played it for me, and I was like, is this a new band that I don't know about? Is that he's playing? Because I didn't recognize Tom Petty's voice because he was like shifting his voice a little bit. It didn't really sound like him.
Yeah.
But you kept playing the album, and I was like, oh, okay, this is Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
It was. I think it came out maybe mid 2000s ish, something like that.
Oh wow. Okay.
I guess I could check. and tell you for sure. 2002, yeah.
2002.
2002. So it's I really liked it. It was the first time I've listened to Tom Petty radio on like
Sirius XM.
there you go.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
there was like a station just dedicated to like Tom Petty deep cuts, right?
Yeah.
is-
Just all Tom Petty radio.
Yeah.
They play all kinds of album stuff, new, old, and then stuff that he likes.
He had like a massive collection of
Yeah.
music.
A large.
I mean, we're talking like borderline Bob Dylan
yeah.
discography, which
I mean,
is a lot.
If you're looking at Tom Petty albums, I think there's like 15 plus maybe.
Wow.
A lot. If you're counting like all the band albums and the solo albums together, there's quite a bit. Quite a bit of listening to go through. Man
Okay.
had a very long career
Yeah, he did.
and did a lot for the music industry as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So this was the first time for me listening to all of the album, and it was a wonderful experience. I would say if you wanna hear some inside information about what musicians think about the music industry, it's a good listen because it's very poignant, and when you hear it all, you're like, wow, yeah, that's
pretty spot on.
That's accurate.
Yeah, because the song is portrayed like the manager or whatever is singing the song.
Yeah, the song
is
is
a cool
called Joe,
perspective.
the one we're talking about.
Yeah. Look it up because that was the first time I heard it today.
Yeah.
It was also a pretty heavy song too.
Yes.
But what threw me off, like the mix of the song, the instruments, the way it was mixed, the piano was like as loud as the guitar. Because
Yes.
usually the piano is a little, unless
in
it's
the
doing
back.
something fancy, it's just in the back, playing chords. But this time it was like the same as the
Yeah.
guitar.
It was mostly like it was piano, but it wasn't like piano. He was just hitting like power chord piano.
Yeah.
Following like what the guitar was. Just everybody slamming.
At the same time. It almost had like a ragtime, not like a ragtime feel, but sound,
Yeah.
which was cool. I liked it a lot.
Very heavy.
I need to listen to that album. I've only listened to a couple Tom Petty songs because you just throw them at me
Yeah.
because you love Tom Petty. But I really need to sit down and listen to more Tom Petty because he is a fantastic songwriter.
Yes.
I mean, him and Bob Dylan are they did they ever do anything together?
Traveling Wilburys.
That's right. I've forgotten about that. I actually didn't know about that group until you told me about them. What, 2 Christmases ago?
Something like that.
Whenever we were at the Christmas party, and the
Indeed.
Roy Orbison building.
The Roy Orbison building. Yes.
Did you forget about that time?
No, I remember that time.
All right, yeah, I keep it.
I remember.
Pretty
Limbo.
close to. Yeah.
I didn't get to play Limbo, but
No. Yeah.
I would have won.
We'll bring up that story at a later date. But a giant handle of Fireball was involved, and we weren't drinking any of it.
Nope.
But a lot of other people were.
Nothing but drunk executives.
I'll tell you who else is a great songwriter that not a lot of people know about. Of course, I know about him because he's in the Raconteurs. But Brendan Benson,
Indeed.
he reminds me a lot of Tom Petty. The
Yep.
way he sings and the way
He's
his
very it's like almost Americana-ish.
Yeah.
The way he writes things and the kind of crone of his voice.
that and he has awesome hooks. They're just really really catchy.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people unless you're just a songwriter. Because, songwriters write songs for artists. Surprise! All the artists aren't writing their own songs. Did you know that?
Oh man. You mean my favorite top 40 artist isn't writing their own songs?
That's crazy. You mean Luke Bryan didn't write "Country Girl, Shake It For Me"? Girl, really? No way.
What?
But no, it's pretty rare when an artist is strong as an artist, but also a very strong songwriter.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just a random thought that reminded me of that. Because I was actually going to bring it up to you at some point, but I never had the right opportunity. And now is the time. But no, yeah.
Wow.
So what was the album again?
The Last DJ.
The Last DJ. What
And
a
that's
cool-
the
cool
that's the
title.
song that most people would know. That's like the title track.
Okay.
That one gets played semi regularly.
So look it up. Listen to it.
Indeed.
Because that's what Matt's listening to, so you should.
That's what
you
I've been
should-
listening to, so
you
you
should
should.
too. Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
You know what? This is going to be a little bit of a monkey wrench. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I plan. I plan to catch you unawares.
So I this past week, which has just been the past couple of days, I haven't been listening to music as much because I feel like I go in these like spells where I listen to music a lot, like all the time, and then I just don't for a while. I just like want to take a break for some reason, and it's not because I don't love music. I don't know. Yeah, I'll be driving and I'm like, I think I just want to just like be in silence for a second, and I don't know. But what I've been doing,
I just want to think.
I guess.
Said no one.
So these past couple of days, I've been listening to music, but not like all
Hardcore
the time.
listening.
So this past week, I've been listening to podcasts, and what I have been really enjoying,
Mostly ours.
yeah, listen to Nova Talks. But what I have been listening to is the Conan O'Brien podcast. I didn't know he had a podcast. I recently found it.
Don't you know everybody and their dog?
Everyone has a
now.
podcast. But it's
we're in a band.
yeah. Go back to the first one. You'll hear that one.
That's a throwback
What
joke.
what did we even title that one? I don't remember.
Definitely not a podcast.
Yeah, our first podcast that was called Definitely Not a Podcast.
Yeah.
But no, I've been listening to his podcasts. His whole shtick with the podcast is it's titled Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. So
He does.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he's like, I've had all these great actors and artists on my show, on my late night show, but I never really got to know them. They just kind of came and talked about stuff I had to ask them about, and they left.
Yeah.
He's like, so I never really made friends with them. I mean, I'm sure he probably did, but that's
Have you seen him and Kevin Hart hang out? All right, they're like best buddies for life.
They are. But no, so that's his thing. So he's been bringing on the artists he's had on his show now onto his podcast. So I listened to the one that I listened to first was Patton Oswalt, which was amazing because I love Patton Oswalt.
Yes.
That's how I found out about it, because I saw a picture on Twitter of him and Patton, and he was like, we talk about whatever they talked about, but I was like, oh, I didn't know you had a podcast. I also love Patton Oswalt. Now I have to listen to this podcast.
I have to do it.
No, I'd recommend it because there's no censor whatsoever,
Which is best.
So Conan O'Brien is just being Conan O'Brien. He's
no
not
stupid NBC filters. Get it out.
Yeah, no, it's great. I listened to that. I listened to Nick Offerman and his wife Megan Mullally.
I can't remember.
Her first name's Megan.
Yeah.
So I listened to that, and that was hilarious. What was funny is because you think of Nick Offerman as just this like gruff and very controlling person.
I can only see him as Ron.
Well, Ron Swanson. Yeah. Well, that's what a lot of people know him
Yeah.
from, is Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
But he's like the total opposite of that in real life.
Pretty much.
So it was funny because it was him and his wife,
Yeah.
and Megan did most.
Tammy.
Yeah. Go watch Parks and Rec. Great show.
Please.
But no, she did most of the talking.
Yeah.
Which was hilarious because you would think it would be him because of his personality on Parks and Rec. Well, not even that. I mean, he didn't like to talk on Parks and Rec either, but he had a lot of opinions.
Yeah.
But on the podcast, he was more just like interjecting funny things. But I don't know. It's really breaking down this facade that these actors and actresses and even late night talk show hosts put on television. So that's what I've been listening to, and it's really been interesting. So I recommend going and listening to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend.
Good recommendation.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's it, man.
That's the first week's segment of What in the World Are You Listening To?
Wow. Is that a play on Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's coming next year.
That's right. We don't have to talk about that, though.
I mean, I totally forgot that was actually happening.
Yeah, until just now.
Yeah.
It is actually happening. It might already be happening. It's like a Netflix series or something.
Yeah.
That's really not great. They should have just brought back the old one, but hey.
Just give me the game.
We can't have an opinion, can we?
No. Not allowed.
Yep. Wow.
Excuse me.
We're getting a phone call, so I guess we have to take
me.
that. Who is calling this print shop at 6 o'clock when normal
We're closed.
businesses-
Go away.
But there you go. There's the podcast. We had nothing to talk about, and we talked for an hour, so, well.
Isn't it amazing how we always seem to find a way to do that?
Yeah, well. Next week, we will have Rufus Dawkins.
Next week's probably going to be a long one.
Next week, look for a much longer podcast. If you're into that thing, get ready because it's going to be a lot. We're having Rufus on. We're going to talk about everything from Fender guitars to battle scars from his daytime job. That's not music. So get ready. It's going to be interesting.
Indeed,
we have
will.
a lot of questions to ask him, and hopefully he has a lot of answers. And I think he will.
Yeah, I believe so.
Rufus is probably one of the most unique people I think I've ever met in my entire life.
That is true.
And if you know Rufus, you'll love Rufus.
He's definitely he doesn't act the way that you think he looks like he would.
Yes.
He's a very I can't think of the word, but he has his persona.
Mm-hmm.
But then he, like, underneath all that, he's like a shy little kitty.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cute.
Yeah, you got that right. Which I also want to talk about. I want to talk to him about the first time we ever met, which really hasn't been that long. We met Rufus like a year ago for the first time.
No, before then. I mean, we met him while we were playing.
It's whenever we did the session. That's the first time we met him. Well, I'm talking like
maybe like really
we met him, but
yeah.
this would be the first time we actually like got to know Rufus, and I want to talk about that. But get ready because it's coming next week. So also, we'll say it again, May 3rd, Wicked Good Sandwiches. I don't know what time. Just go on Facebook and find it. Just
check it out.
Just look up Wicked Good Sandwiches.
Freeze Wicked Good.
Yeah,
you'll
so
find
we'll be
it.
there. And hey, how are you listening to this podcast?
How are you?
Are you listening on Apple Podcasts? That's great. That's what I use. But, some people have Androids. And their only option is Google Podcasts. But, hey, you know what? We're on that one, too.
That's not that bad.
We're on that one, too.
Yeah.
If you don't want to use the ones that are already downloaded onto your phones.
For whatever reason.
Do you have SoundCloud? Well, guess what? We're on that, too. We're on that, too.
Right there.
Hey, do you like to listen to music? Probably.
Yeah.
Well, do you use Spotify?
I mean, I don't, but people do.
But some people do. And
apparently a lot of people do.
You know what? A lot of people use Spotify.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just start using Spotify from now on.
No.
I like. Well, you use Google Play.
Yeah.
And I use Apple Music. But you know what? If you use Spotify, we're on that too, baby. We're on it too. So
always available.
You got plenty of options. You can tell your friends, and they could be like, "We'll only have Spotify." Well, we're on all of them. We're on all the podcast streaming platforms. Also, if you like to watch YouTube, which I'm sure that you do because it's taking over the cable industry.
Ooh, real talk.
Real talk. We're on that too. So if you're listening to this podcast and you like to watch things instead of just listening, if you like to use all your sensory
organs at the same time, then you can listen, watch us, touch the screen, lick it if you want to. I guess
you might get a little static shock from the TV screen, which doesn't happen anymore because
you don't use a TV.
There's no tubes.
It's just on your phone, and we don't have smell-o-vision yet. Maybe we'll work on that.
Maybe
we'll
see.
If you want, you can contact us. I'll come to your house.
Well, I guess we'll smell.
I'll sit right next to you.
You could do that.
I'll hold my shoe up to your face.
Now that would really be something.
Yeah. That's the whole package right there, baby.
But what we're trying to say is, we put these videos on YouTube.
Yeah, they're there.
These podcasts are on YouTube. And let me tell you, I like to get a little creative in the special effects department.
Dalton does post some interesting edits.
So if you like really cheesy edits, then boy, are you...
Oh, you are in
the
luck.
right place. You're in luck. Also,
speaking of edits, I'm going to need you to edit Evie in right here because, once again, I forgot.
You forgot to bring Evie in.
I forgot my little girl.
It's fine. We'll have her next week.
I'm going to be a terrible parent.
We'll have her next week with Rufus.
Indeed.
And you can see it all on youtube.com/straynova. It's all there. It's all there. Also, if you want to follow us, all of our band shenanigans, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the social media applications. Just go and find us and hit that like button, or follow or subscribe. I don't know. They're kind of different all over the place.
Use whatever thing that they use to make you see the things we do.
Right. Thank you for that, Matt. And thank you for listening. This has been Nova Talks. My name is Dalton.
My name is Forgetful Frederick.
And if we remember, we'll talk at you next week.
Yeah!